Hello again, Eating Disorder Hope community. Crystal Karges here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about meal plans today for one of our vlogs. And this is one of my favorite subjects in eating disorder recovery because meal plans are really such a valuable tool for anyone who's in recovery. And, if you are working with a professional treatment team for eating disorders, you likely have a dietitian that has helped you kind of figure out what's an appropriate meal plan for you. And that looks different for everyone. Meal plans can really range. Some are very, very specific. Some give more flexibility, and they often evolve and change over time as you progress in your recovery. So, what is the role of a meal plan? A meal plan really helps a person kind of establish a more normalized relationship with food. Um, so if you're in recovery from anorexia or bulimia or binge eating, oftentimes everything that you know about food is just completely turned upside down. If you've been eating very chaotically, you likely don't know what's a normal portion or what a meal should look like or a snack should look like. And the beauty of a meal plan is that it really gives some structure, and structure is definitely needed with eating disorder recovery, especially when things just become very chaotic. So a meal plan is really helpful, especially in the earlier phases of recovery when you're needing something to kind of help you move along, and it just allows you to get the nutrition that you need while you're in recovery, which is really important too. So what is the role of a meal plan in long-term recovery? And that's kind of what I wanted to touch on briefly today. When you get to the point where you have a normal relationship with food and you're able to eat more intuitively and you can really listen to your body and figure out what it is that you need to eat. And that's really the goal in terms of eating when you're in recovery from an eating disorder. So when you get to that point, you typically won't need that meal plan that you may have had when you first started your recovery journey and in treatment. You probably don't need to follow something as structured, and you can really have the wisdom to tune in to yourself and listen to your body and honor your own hunger and fullness cues. Now, the nice thing about a meal plan is that it can always be a default, something to fall back on. And recovery, as I'm sure many of you who are on this journey know, it's definitely an up and down type of thing. Some days you might be doing great, other days you might be really struggling. Even after having years of recovery, relapses can happen, and it's not a bad thing. It's just part of what recovery is. And the beauty of having that original meal plan is that it can always serve as a default to kind of fall back onto in case you ever are really struggling or just find yourself relapsing back into old eating disorder behaviors. You can always go back to that place that okay, this is probably what I should be eating or aiming for. Having that type of meal plan to fall back on is really nice too during times of transition, or if you're just experiencing a time where you just feel really out of touch with your body, like if you're sick or if you're going through something really difficult emotionally. If you ever feel like you just can't trust your body at that period of time, or not even that, but you just can't really tune in with yourself physically and register those hunger and fullness cues appropriately, you can always fall back on your meal plan. So it's not a tool that you completely have to throw out the window once you've been in recovery long enough that you can eat intuitively. It's something that can always be there and serve a purpose if you need it. So just wanted to share my thoughts on that. And if you are watching our vlog series, we'd love to hear your thoughts. And we'd love to hear about your journey in recovery. And we also are asking for your vlogs. So if you'd like to share a snippet of something that you're dealing with in recovery, or just encouragement that you'd like to offer to other people, please feel free to record a blog and send it over to us. Info@eatingdisorderhope.com. And of course, our website, eatingdisorderhope.com, has a lot of great resources um, for you or loved ones who might be in recovery. So thanks so much for watching.